Got a show. I have a show. If you're tuning in tonight, it's the right night. I have a show. Gio has a dinner. We don't need Gio tonight. I have plenty to go. Plenty. Unfortunately, Gio has a dinner tonight. He was going to call in the very beginning. He has to show up early. Gio will be calling in soon. He was on vacation. But I have more than a show. If you're here, you're going to get your. I don't want to say money's worth, but plenty to talk about. It was going to be about Arena Club. Okay, not even necessarily Geo, mostly Arena Club. And I want to give it a little time brew, but let's just say I don't want to do this. Two other bigger things came up. Ryan from Sports Card Radio hit me up. That was interesting, and we'll get into that later. And then this morning, someone sends me this Arnold von Mager. Breaking news. I had the opportunity to interview a former PSA employee and ask questions the community is begging to hear. He didn't break this story. So anyone that wants to talk garbage in the chat, you have no clue how busy I am. You have not just with my real job, but how much I put into this and how much I do and how much I care and how much I actually try to do some journalism and try to reach out to people. And this was disheartening, so all the haters want to hate, fine. Just throw it to the fire, throw it with all the other crap I deal with. But yes, this guy basically stole the story. Very frustrating. He's messaged me since. No, I didn't steal the story. I wanted to keep the guy anonymous. Why'd you want to keep him anonymous? What was so big about keeping it anonymous? Motherfucker. Didn't credit me. Didn't nothing. It's his story. And let's go look at his story. Because it's kind of weird that it's the same exact questions I asked. I found Rocco. I vetted him. That was me, not him. All he did was apparently get another interview with him and keep it on deal. But it's BS, dude. The questions are exactly this is how the interview exactly started. What started you working at PSA? My love of cards. Oh, that was his answer to me. How long were you employed at PSA? I only worked there about 5 months. Oh, that was his answer to me. So, dude, I deal with enough of the ridiculous stuff behind the scenes. And you think Ryan's hitting me up I don't talk to other people making content or other people not making content. I'm constantly having conversations with people that DM me constantly. I'm constantly getting emails and I respond to them daily. So there is a lot more than just, if you want to call me a hater, fine. Am I proud about the work I do? Yes. Am I going to say that on my live because it's my goddamn live? Yes. If you want to hate about it, fine. And maybe I should be less of a hater. I'm getting that. Maybe I shouldn't go after people's content or the money. I'm learning. I'll do what I do. I think some of it's valid to say, and some of it could be kept shut, and some of it's just me. No one else is going to prop my stuff up. No one else is going to say, hey, good job. The people hating aren't patting me on the back for my time spent trying to get the dude from PSA. So this story pissed me off. This guy pissed me off. Gave me no credit. What was the most rewarding aspect? Guess what? I bet you it's talking about the nice cards. Because I asked him the question, what was his best thing? And he told me it was seeing the cool cards. So let's see the answer. The most rewarding part is the awe of the cool cards. Stole my story verbatim. And by the way, I don't know how Twitter works because I'm not really on Twitter. But this story, it only has 39 comments. So that shows you that the 204,000 views are kind of I don't trust them. You guys look at internet numbers as if they're real. They're not often real. 39 comments on 204,000, 500 likes on 204,000. That's a little off. Either way, it still has 526 likes. Like, this dude broke the story. He stole my story. It's the exact story I did, word for word, just written down. Question 5, does submitting multiple copies of the same card? Oh, I wonder. That's something Rocco talked about in my video, in my story. Hey, Will Greer, the $5 makes me feel a little better. Thank you. And thank you for being like my longest follower and supporter, bro. And here you are on the lives. my Will Greer card right here in honor of Will Greer, investor in Jeff Wilson. But this live has nothing to do with Jeff Wilson. This live has to do with this guy stealing my story. It has to do with talking to Sports Card Radio yesterday, and it has to do with Arena Club. But I wasn't happy when I found my story stolen. I wasn't happy I didn't. I talked to this guy. His reasoning is, well, I couldn't give you credit and keep him anonymous. Dude, Rocco, you signed an NDA and you got a letter from PSA the day after our interview saying stop. So it's very, maybe legally you could say, hey, you didn't really get interviewed. This guy just stole my story word for word. It was already public knowledge in my video. And I'm the one that broke it, not Arnold, who's pretending to break it. But this just comes, and you guys talking trash just comes with me getting more of an audience. I said all this stuff that I said when I had zero audience, when no one was watching. So what? You want me to change because Hobby Champs, you watch now? You want me to change my whole views and how I think and what I say because you're a hater and don't like what I say? Why should I change my content? But with the growth is definitely coming the haters and people stealing good stories. When Neo covered my story, where the hell's Neo? At least he gave me credit the entire way. Professor Sports Card story. By the way, Neo, let's give a little love. I'm in a loving mood. I love that. I'm not saying I love the story. I didn't watch the content. That's a good thumbnail. Come on, bro. I like that thumbnail. Anyways, very annoyed with my story being stolen and crashing out at the gate. No, I mean, hey, when your story gets stolen that you put a lot of hard work into, no one's talked from PSA in years. It's something the hobby did need to hear, and it's something I worked hard on to break. And so, sure, when I found this out this morning, and then the guy DM me an hour ago, yeah, you got a story. You have multiple stories tonight. And you can say crashing out. It's, you'd rather see me boom, boom, boom. I'm mad at this. Why wouldn't I show my emotion? This dude stole my story. You guys see my emotion, either good, bad, whatever. It's BS. This guy stole my story. So I wanted to make sure I led with that. I wanted to make sure I got that out in the open. I broke this story. I worked hard to message Rocco and talk with him and figure out if he really worked there. He came at me weird. And the story is verbatim, just put in text. So I think if someone stole your hard work and presented it as theirs, you'd be a little upset also. Are PSAs upcharged higher for value automatically assigned based on card? Is a greater discretion involved? What are your thoughts on fairness of the pricing model? Do GameStop? This was reviewed. Do get all these GameStop receive priority processing? Oh, I wonder where we talked about that first. It's not allegedly. I already talked to both of them. None of it's allegedly. They both have. I don't understand what you mean allegedly. Someone says allegedly. Maybe that wasn't to me. Nothing was alleged. They both DM me. I have there's solid confirmation. So anyways, that was pretty frustrating getting a story that I broke stolen, just blatantly stolen. What does he do, by the way? He buys and sells Pokemon cards. So who's to say these two aren't on a little, hey, let's get some love, let's grow the channel, and let's sell some Pokemon cards, baseball cards. But yeah, my channel doesn't lean to selling you anything. This guy broke the story. No, bro. This is my content. He's a Pokemon salesman. A bummer. A bummer. So I said my piece. I said what I had to say. And, I'll listen. Frank, you're right. I mean, it doesn't happen. It shows that I'm growing. It shows that something's there. This was a good story I made, and it was very disappointing to see it being broken. So I'm going to talk about it. I could have shut up. I could have not said Rocco did another interview. And by the way, their claim is going to be he didn't do another interview. The guy stole my YouTube video. He stole my interview and put it in text and claimed it as his own. That's what happened. And legally, he's just going to say this was all talked about already. This was all public knowledge because he didn't ask the questions. I did. Blasphemous, shut up. I mean, just shut. By the way, speaking of which, breaking news as well. We got to put this out there. The first moderator of the channel, We do have the first mod that'll be moderating this live because people like Blasphemous can't just spam chat with their stupid views. Collector's Queen will be the new moderator. So she's been in the live almost every day. She reached out to me telling me, chat's getting a little stupid. There's some toxic people in there. There's some people that we don't want to hang out with. Most of you are regulars, or we get to know you pretty quickly. So if you want to come in and spew the toxicity, System of a Down, or you want to be a jerk, she has a good head for things. So, what happened between Charles and Petty, something like that might still happen. Of course, she's not going to be hard. But if someone's just being an idiot and someone's just going to spam chat, then I'm at the where I'm growing. My stories are getting stolen. I have the haters, and now we have a moderator. So, Sports Card Queen, Blasphemous, I have a show to run. I can't babysit you in the chat. I put the call in every time. If you want a little time with me, call in. But it's really hard to run a live and do it all and then babysit you in the chat. That's the point. You want to be babysat. You want all the attention. You want your little 2 seconds of your comment, me getting annoyed by it. That's what you want. So the link is there. Call in, tell me your problems, and we could talk about it. I'm not shying away. My mom has my phone. Hey, good response. Good response. I love it. Comedy. The whole show is on Arena Club. It was supposed to be. But this happened today. I have a Twitter account. I have an Instagram that I've been posting to recently. I have a Facebook that I kind of haven't been. I recently made a TikTok. I never use it. I throw a video. It's the same video I put on YouTube, same video I put on Instagram. Why not throw it over to TikTok? I haven't checked the TikTok in a week. As of last, 0 views on everything. I have not posted on Twitter. And dude, I am so busy with all the different, I'm trying to nail YouTube. It's hard, I don't see myself joining Twitter anytime soon. And that's why this guy put it on Twitter, is because I'm not on Twitter. But Blasphemous, you got to understand, I only read your sentence, your little comment. Most of the people that hate and comment actually like me. That's the truth. But I don't know you, and I don't know your thoughts, and all I read is your hate comment. So what am I supposed to go off of? You just, to me, I don't know that you like me, and you come off as a troll in the chat. So how else am I supposed to know anything? So Sports Card Radio was mad at me. Ryan, who I'm going to give him a lot of credit here. He is the guy on camera, pretty much the same hot dude off camera, coming in hot. I mean, he seems to be pretty genuinely that same guy, that same personality we know on camera is pretty much the same dude I got. Yes, exactly. It was not an exclusive interview. It frustrated me. I'm glad I have the live to at least say my pieces. Are any of those people that saw him break the story going to see me say this? No. They're going to think he broke the story. He's going to get some credit. He's going to get some views from it. And I'm still thinking he's selling Pokemon, and I still think there's some relationship between him and Rocco of, hey, how this guy's not breaking news. This guy's not a journalist. He's not posting stories like this. He's just selling Pokemon cards in his Twitter. So to me, it seems like, hey, these two thought they're both lifting buddies. I don't know. And they thought, complete speculation, but goddamn, sometimes I'm spot on. Not supposed to say that. Sorry. Just damn. But sometimes I'm spot on, man. And I was spot on about Sports Card Radio. And a lot of haters or a lot of people thought I wasn't. And that's just what it is. But they do want to lay low. Ryan's not interested on coming on. Ryan's not interested in having his name thrown out much. So I'll respect that. I'll say a little piece today on what happened. Keep it brief. And we'll move on to Arena Club. But I had to get these two stories out before I went to Arena Club because they're first on my mind. This one was some BS. This is how we started. We started hot. If you joined us late, you missed it. You'll rewind. You'll watch it later. But this dude stole my story verbatim, word for word. Rocco signed an NDA. But basically the legality here is they won't say Rocco said anything new. It's not a new interview. They stole my interview. He just put it in text and put it on Twitter as if it's his. Sports Card Radio did their editing. It was top notch. That's why they reached out to me on the last video. I mentioned, yes, we all miss Sports Card Radio. And then I kind of went off on them. And I thought on one of the lives, and I thought wrong. I thought on one of the lives they said they had an editor. They didn't. They're the best editing that's ever been done in sports cards. We all know that if you watch them. Hate them, love them, in the middle on them. Their editing was top notch, especially Ryan's. I mean, Ryan's editing was. I'm not going to just blow smoke tonight, so don't worry. But I want to start with that. I'll walk back what I said. He said, "Don't do that." I don't think he really wanted me to talk about it. I think he's trying to lay low, and that's fine. We're going to talk about it quickly because it needs to be said, and then we're moving on. But I don't get to talk with Ryan every day. I don't. I watch Sports Car Radio the entire time they were around or got big. And so we'll go quickly. Colin and Ryan, I think I spelled his name wrong. I think there's only one L in Colin. Come on. Colin and Ryan were so good at content and editing. They got paid fat. And this is confirmed. And maybe that's Ryan messaging me now. How dare you say this? But, they didn't pull any punches, and maybe he'll make a video and dunk on me, and I'm not dunking on them. Their editing was great, top notch. So good that they got paid fat by the man himself, and this is confirmed. This was something I strongly suspected, and I talked about the entire time. And I also have other strong suspicions that you guys call me a hater for, that I've also been talking about, and that I know in my belief system that I'm right, just like I was right with this. Just because someone has 100,000 followers, or views, it doesn't mean it's real. Okay. And I know that's hard to see today in 2025 on YouTube or on certain social media, but don't believe everything you see on the internet. Bill Simmons recently called out not me, not some mere tiny little me, not a sports card channel. Bill, the Godfather Simmons, called out sports card YouTube podcasts for having fake numbers. I posted it on my YouTube, right? Where is it? Let's make sure we look at this. Bill Simmons accuses top podcasters of lying publicly about audience size and buying YouTube subscribers. I can't believe how many people are dishonest about this stuff. So I suspected, and I knew Ken Golden. They got money from Ken Golden. And I also know that most of these guys that say they're huge, that most of these people that are having the perception that they're the biggest giant in the card space, it's fake numbers, and you guys call me a hater for that, and fine. And maybe we'll never find out, and maybe we will. I'm speculating, but my speculation was right there. It's been right a few other times. And Bill Simmons himself is coming out with the same thing in his industry. The Godfather. Here's the story by Awful Announcing. Ever since his podcast, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'd love to get to any more quotes. I'd say some of the bigger shows lying publicly about their deals, lying about their podcast numbers, lying about their YouTube subs, paying for those subs. I can't believe how many people are dishonest with this stuff. So I'm not some conspiracy theorist. I'm not a hater. I'm telling you what is probably real. You just don't want to hear it, and you think I'm a jerk for saying it. But I mean, if Bill Simmons is saying the same thing about his industry, I don't know, man. Does he have a little more? He sure has a lot more credibility than poor old little me getting stories stolen. So I was absolutely right that Ken Golden and Sports Car Radio, hey, they made a great living off now. They got good money off it. He's not regretting it from his mouth. Sports Card Queen, the new moderator. It's a big show. It's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff. Let's check the chat. Let's see what chat has to say about all this. It boggles my mind that, it just, keep this in perspective. There's such a buffet line of new people getting in and out. A lot of people in the hobby today don't even know who Sports Card Radio is. And Sports Card Radio just stopped 9 months ago when they were the hottest channel really around. And so it's insane that some people don't even know who, and that's why I'm making that I'll do another one tonight and tomorrow. I'll put it together, this episode 2 of 2021. We look back at 2020. I'll make 2021. And a big one in that year was the PPP war. Sports Card Radio versus Jeff Wilson. Sports Card Radio making excellent, well edited, great content. The narrative so dirty. Jeff takes a PPP and Jeff comes on to defend himself in such a corporate, fake way. Jeff could have probably done his defense so much better, but he chose to do it in such a corporate, fake fashion. But 2021 will definitely feature that, and as among many other things when I make that video this weekend, because that was a huge part of 2021. So again, I thought this was a thing. It was confirmed, just like I feel like Bill Simmons does. I'll read it one more time. I'd say some of the bigger shows are lying publicly about their deals, lying about the podcast numbers, lying about their YouTube subs by paying for those subs. Simmons told THR, I can't believe how many people are dishonest about this stuff. Anyways, if you want to read the article, I have the link on my page. It's awful announcing. But Bill Simmons is saying it, and I'm saying it too. Now let's get to Arena. I meant to check chat. Let's check chat real quick. I'm just reading, just catching up on some chat. Rhonda loves sport. Leave Rhonda alone. Are we going back to the SCR text now? I used to buy. I'm not. We talked about a lot more. I could say a lot more. I'm not going to. He does want to lay low. He does want to just do his thing. I'm going to respect that. But I did want to mention the two things. The editing was top notch. I was wrong. They edited their videos. And I would be pissed off if someone told me I didn't edit my videos, because I know how much work it takes. I know how much love I put into it. And so it struck a nerve with him. And so, yes, that dude is a top notch editor. He edited those videos. And then it was so good, you know, they got paid by not Fanatics, Ken Golden. Yeah, Jabs is just hard to. I need someone to. I haven't seen any. Jabs doesn't talk like sports card. Jabs is a little. It's hard to find. If you could give me some evidence, some links, leads, I'd be happy. A lot of people have talked about Jabs. Yeah, you're not wrong, Will Greer. That's exactly what he's doing. Except I think it's NFL. Arena Club is, and here's the thing with Arena Club: not all ads always are great. When that gets shoved down your throat like that, all I did was be disgusted by them. I didn't know their product. I didn't care about ripping slabs, but the fact I saw their ads on my social media time after time after time, I made a video on it 4 months ago. And then someone messaged me, oh, you didn't put the Jeff Wilson went on Jim Rome and hit the $40,000 Jordan. $30,000 Jordan right there on camera. Did I just nail the grail? You see that shirt back there? Where is it? If you're a real follower of the channel, you know exactly this shirt. If you're a real one, and you know exactly the Nail the Grail. I mean, let's take it down. Nail the Grail. I mean, that's all inspired by Arena Club's garbage promoting. Whatever. We'll take it down for a minute. This is Derek Jeter, of course. Probably just a front man. Probably doesn't really have too much invested in it. But he's a big face for. He probably can't. He's probably his downside is probably nothing. I'm guessing he can't lose anything with the company. He can only make some. Brian Lee is here. He's the owner and very good talker. He's come up with LegalZoom, which is a good product. It's I don't know if it's a good product, but let's just say it's in an industry about law where you need legal advice. Or he's selling shoes, $50, $100 shoes for $10 on his shoe. His big one was a shoe site. I don't remember the name of it. Okay, everyone needs shoes. Everyone's got to walk. But now he's selling a gambling app. And that's what it is. And this is not just me that thinks this. Here is Arena Club. This is 8 months ago, before I ever made a video on them, before I ever even knew what Arena Club was. What happens when they go under? Go bankrupt? Do I lose all my cards I've collected in the virtual collection? Will Jeter refund my money? Here's this guy. I know Rome needs advertisers, but Jesus, hey, this guy's like me. He uses the name in vain. FC. Got to do better than this scam. Oh, wait a minute. Got in my car after work today. Rome comes back from break as I pull out the office and goes right into his slag pack segment. Turned it off. I'm pretty much done with this version of Rome. Just because you see it on the internet doesn't mean people love it. Doesn't mean it's as big as people say, because it's the internet. Ooh, what a show. This guy stole my... This guy sucks. That's all I'm going to say. And again, they're going to just say Rocco didn't do another interview. He can't get bust for this because they stole my interview. They just put it in text. Dirty, wrong. And he even messaged me, hey, I trying to make me manipulate, emotional manipulation. I just want to make sure Rocco's okay. Rocco's okay because you didn't do any new news. You stole my YouTube video word for word and put his answers below question and answer. Nothing new and it's not breaking because I broke the story a month ago. That one pissed me off. Oh, that ate me up. So as long as everyone here knows, or anyone that watches this, this was my story, not this Pokemon salesman, this half Pokemon salesman, half-heartedly just trying to make a buck in the business. He stole my hard-working story. This was the best journalism I've ever done in my life on the channel, and he stole it word for word, pretending like it's his. Shame. Shame. Go walk that Game of Thrones walk. Shame. I posted this. I didn't post a link, I will. I posted, I should do it right now. I'll just lose some of you because it's going to take me a sec, but where's the Bill Simmons? I did post this on my thing. Most people don't see it, but, I should have included the link. Let's do that. So let's do that. How do I share just this link? I also commented on this. I'm assuming it'll get deleted. If I share this, is that gonna, let's see. I'm not a Twitter user. Hey there, ho there. No, but it just takes him to his channel, and I don't want him to see question 15 first and 16 because 1 to whatever is yeah, there it is. There it is. I just want to share this story. Anyone in the chat know how I just shared the link to this story? I think I know. Hold up. Is it already on it? There we go. That should do it. I did the wrong one. Yes, sir. October 9th, context. The ex-employee was in the research department. I wonder where we learned that from. At Santa Ana, California location. I wonder where we learned that from. Although he was not a grader, I made sure to uncover as much intel as possible. He didn't do it. I reached out to Rocco and found him. He was recommended from a viewer. What do you know? I vetted Rocco. I dealt with the 3-4. You heard how, hey, dude loved to talk. I listened for 4 hours on the phone, making sure I really thought he worked there. To that. And this guy's taking the credit. And it's my exact interview. And if you were here earlier, well, there's now 90 people in here. So more than double that when I shared this before. But yes, I'm a bit hot because this dude stole my story word for word. Even the whole anonymous, even the whole face thing cover. It's all me. And by the way, he's a Pokemon salesman. No, I needed it fully. Individuals might not be taken down. Is there a video? Oh, there sure is a video. There sure is a video. I made it last month. He stole my story word for word. Sure is a video. That's how this guy found Rocco, the video. Let's be honest. But Arnold is trying to grow his Pokemon sales business. He's been doing it a long time, 21,000 posts. But as you can scroll down, there's no news on this. There's no breaking stories. There's no journalism. Every single post is of him selling Pokemon cards. It was my story. And even in our messages, he wanted to claim it like it was his. Oh, I couldn't put your name because then it would out Rocco. Anyone in their right mind knows that was Rocco. Get out of here. You think we're all stupid? Anyone in their right mind that saw my video or watches my stuff and sees this knows for damn sure who the hell the guy was. Stupid. Me and Ryan had a conversation yesterday. Flattering, nice, fun, crazy, hot. He's got an edge. I got an edge. Interesting character. He's definitely a genuine guy. Same guy you see on screen is the same dude that hit me up. Hot. An edge. But I was right about them getting money from Golden, just like I'm right about these guys getting paying for views and not really as big as they are. You know who supports that claim? Bill Simmons is saying the same thing going on in the YouTube world. All right, to Arena Club, and they're garbage. Let's read the bottom one. Blue Triumph. It's nauseating considering how long he's been doing it and what he's achieved. He's just greedy AF. Hello? Hello? Who else says that? Greedy. These guys taking these deals got plenty of money. Can't help himself. I feel like the entire show would be ad reads if it were up to Rome. I feel like the old Rome would call this Rome a loser for doing this arena crap. I know eBay and Brinks have vaults for cards and saves on shipping, but I always want physical possession. I guess I'm weird. You're not weird. You're not weird. I love the top one. I feel like old Rome, because he's absolutely right. This is an absolute true comment, 100% true. This is the stuff Rome would call out. I feel like old Rome would call this Rome a loser for doing this arena club crap. It doesn't end there. This whole arena club BS is getting old. I've been listening to Rome for 30 years, but it's nauseating listening to him constantly push this scam at the listeners. I don't care about trading cards. I'm not going to waste my money buying a chance to get something of value. This is no different than buying lottery tickets. I don't want to hear a radio guy talking for 3 hours trying to get me to buy lottery tickets. It's probably the most lame thing he's ever been involved in. Let's read that again. This is Jim Rome taking Arena Club. It's probably the most lame thing he's ever been involved in. People see through it. Not everyone's a sheep. Not everyone's dumb. There's some. You'll get some business from them and they'll leave. They won't stay. It's not a good product. Aside from rapidly insisting that everyone call Twitter X, I laughed my ass off Monday during an hour when Blackman kept calling, what does that have to do with? But yeah, the Arena Club thing is definitely something you would have made fun of someone not long ago. He's just an ad, that word at this point, an ad slut at this point. Arena Club is annoying. I don't know what this is and I don't want to know. First rule of Arena Club, don't talk about Arena Club. By the way, I think I got the audio figured. We'll eventually take a caller at some point. I think I got the audio figured. I worked on it. Definitely worked on it. Jim ripped. We get to more. There's more. Don't worry. It won't. It was my last one. Jim ripped 2 packs yesterday. Got absolute crap. A 90s Jordan Bowman and a Yoshi rookie. The packs cost $1,500 or the cards are worth a couple hundred. Really makes you want to invest. There's no real skill involved. You're just lighting money on fire. They didn't even tell us what the value may typically. The buyer would have just lost his ass on those packs. So, I mean, it's not, you want to call me a hater. It's not just me that has these thoughts. Here's the videos, 2024 and 2023. Arena Club grading is a scam. The Arena Club grading exposed. Pulled this nonsense on Arena Club. New to cards. Oh, poor guys. The problem here, too, is that everyone that's going to fall for this or do this is always new to cards. So need advice. I don't really like the Arena Club slab casing. Would it devalue the card if I crack out of the slab? Poor guy. He's buying cards. He's buying cards. Asking Sports Card Nonsense Facebook group, probably the worst place you could get advice. That's where he's asking. That's how you know they're a noob. And sorry, maybe Sports Card Queen will be nice enough to update the comments. I don't get to enough of your comments. Orlando, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. You're giving this thief too much attention. I'm pissed off. What is the attention? It's not good. He's wrong. He was wrong for stealing my story. We gave him some attention. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. I don't know. I'm not going to calculate like that. I'm pissed off about it. I'm going to say what it is. They stole my story. I found Arena Club a month ago. It's gambling at its finest. Oh, what'd he say? It's gambling at its finest. Oh, what'd he say? It's gambling at its finest. This weekend, I drop $100, a few $50 packs, hit 2 big cards, in my opinion, instantly retrieve them. Can't wait to show the kid. All right, he hit. And it's gambling at its finest. Tried to email him, nothing. Tried to call, nothing. The site is not usable for my country. They took my money and I can't get the card. Happy to take my money, add it to the wallet I can't even use for a pack that I can't have. How about a valid email from Paul out of the country? Mengsong, Trash, cracked in Arena 9.5 and 10. Both had major surface flaws that would have been made PSA 8s. Almost as bad as HGA, in my opinion. But people don't have a clue. They're targeting suckers. They're targeting new people. It's just really PSA and BGS or SGC as of today. And really, it's just PSA because they're going to own everything. Jason, if it isn't one of the big four, it's raw card, blah, 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 especially with Arena Club. Their ads are so obnoxious, they make me want to never use their service. Absolutely. I found their ads so obnoxious, I would never. I then found them so obnoxious, I did a ton of research and made 2 videos on them. Am I the only one that thinks Arena Club might be transferring a significant amount of Grail and Chase cards to bogus accounts? The world how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? The world will never fucking know. The internet's a crazy place. You can do it, you can fake anything. I thought I had one more. That's it. Well, I wanted Friday to be a shorter show. I don't want to do 2 hours on Friday. It's a lot. But I do want to still come on Fridays. Gio was going to call in early. We were going to start the show a little early. Defend himself. Talk about how great Arena Club is. But he has a dinner. And, I'm just talking now. I've kind of done my thing. Maybe I'm going to say too much. But I do appreciate the friendship me and Gio have had. It's become a more real thing over the months. And I do, I hate that he took Arena Club, and he's the first to say he's going to make money and make it while it's hot. Hey, why make it while it's hot? All right. Let's not do that. Let's not go there. Come on now. Yeah. Yeah. That's about how I felt today. You know who else? Sorry. Hadn't heard from car insurance in about 8 days. They hit me up today. I need to show 4 pictures. They think maybe someone stole my extra license plate. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. What a day. I did my time. I do have some other stuff here. What else do I have up? I definitely got other stuff up. I had some card ladder stuff up. Jackson Darts recent downtown sells for 11,000. Jalen Hurts sells for 80,000. And you could go get a Jackie Robinson rookie card. PSA, where is it? PSA 4 for 12,000. So you can go get Jackie Robinson, the legend. He has barely any cards. They're all low pop count. You can't get them in high grade. They're vastly expensive. You can get his rookie card, 1948 Leaf Bowman, or you can get the Jackson Dart downtown. Real smart purchase. Now, let me tell you something. I have Jackson Dart on my dynasty team. Love him. Love what I've seen so far. To spend 11,000 on this when the Jackie Robinson rookie's 11,000, yeah, man, something's out of whack. Something's not a smart buy. 80,000 for this. 80,000. You can go get this 1953 in top-notch grade, PSA 8. I think there's only PSA now. I don't think there's PSA 10. And the PSA 8's 36,000. You go buy 2 of them. I don't know, man. That's really expensive. It's really stupid. And in 20, 30 years, these guys, they're just, this guy's not going to be the same breath as Jackie Robinson. And I even like Jalen Hurts. He's not even in the same breath. And do you know how many cards Jalen Hurts has? Do you know how many cards Jackie Robinson has? Jackie Robinson doesn't have that many cards. This is his rookie in 48. Topps didn't start printing until 52. I think his last year, I want to say is 56. Let's see if he has a 1957 in here. No 57. They might not just have it. They do have his 56. I think the 56 is the final year. 1 card each year. Not in good grade. People used to put them in their bike spokes, play games with them, throw them, trash them. So, yeah, the Jackson Dart, love them. Ooh-wee. They drafted excellent. You could say what you want about that front office in New York, but getting the D-line, getting the Jackson Dart, getting Scatabo, Scat. Ooh-wee, that's fun. And then the year before, drafting Malik Neighbors. They're fun. They're a fun team. I'm not going to say they're great. I'm not going to say they're going to keep beating the Eagles. The Eagles overall are a better team come playoff time. But they're a fun team to watch. the Jackie Robinson every time over this Jalen Hurts for me. Let's talk in 20 years. Bill Simmons agrees. Accused top podcasters of lying publicly about their audience size in the sports space, not cards. Hey, there's my video that he stole. What do you know? I saw this. I've not watched this. I did see the comments, but I have not watched it. What was the title? It's 4 minutes. The $1 million hobby that's turning teens into investors, or should that word be gamblers? Is it turning teens into investors, or it turning them into gamblers? It's first time we're going to hear audio. Tell me how it sounds. Sounds low to me. I'll turn up my headphones. Hopefully there's no echo. I worked for, I don't know, a good hour trying to make all the settings perfect so there's no echo. So you have this, I'm getting old, but you have these two old men talking about sports cards and how kids are becoming investors. The boomers are saying this. No, bro, you're a little out of touch. They're becoming gamblers. Gambling and investing are definitely not the same thing. Go ask Warren Buffett. Gambling, this is a pretty bad comment, foul ball. I mean, that's a pretty ignorant statement. Investing and gambling, there are risky investments and there are not risky investments. Investing is definitely not always gambling. Let's pause. I'll get it going. What teen is buying those? What teenager is buying that set? What does this have to do with teens? What does this have to do with teens? And then it doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean it's good for society. It's relatively new. And who knows what regulation, what laws. There's no more cigarette ads. You don't. There used to be, when I was growing up, cigarettes on billboards. The Camel advertisements, those got outlawed. So it's all relatively new. And yes, you're right. They've made it status quo. It doesn't mean it's good for society. It doesn't mean it's good for our youth. And it doesn't mean it'll last forever like this. No sound. Wait a minute. There's no sound. We can't hear the audio of the video. Oh my God. I put all this work. There's one reason that could happen, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I checked the button. Oh my God. You can't hear the sound. Oh, unreal. Give me 1 sec. Hopefully this fixes it. There's one quick fix. If it doesn't fix it, I have no clue. Give me 1 sec. Share screen, entire screen. Check the button. If this does not work, hopefully I just forgot to check the button in my stupor, in my being annoyed. My story was hard. Good story was stolen. Here we go. How about now? God, let's hope. I'm going to be annoyed because I worked very hard and long for this audio thing.
Founder of an online platform called Collectible Exchange has acquired more than 4 million baseball trading cards. The value is over $7 million. The founder and president is
Can you hear him?
Steiner, and he joins me now. Okay, Brandon, welcome to the program. Great to see you.
Thank goodness. I worked really hard. We'll take a call eventually today, Tuesday. Gio will call in. I'm trying to work on a few calls. I have I have a couple really neat content things coming out that I haven't seen anyone do, and I'm really excited for it. I'm not spoiling it, not saying a word, but there is something new. It's going to take a couple weeks to get it all together, but there'll be some regular new content that's really freaking cool. Let's put it this way. I'm very excited for it. But you can hear them. You can hear them.
Is this an investment? You want to make a profit out of this?
Yes, I'm a partner with a gentleman who gave me his card collection, about 4 million trading cards. By the way, most people know me from Steiner Sports.
Yep.
It's Collectible Exchange, my new company. We're about 6 years old. But this collection is very rare because you have top sets all the way from 48 currently. You've got Babe Ruth cards from the 20s and 30s. You've got cards.
And this is it's titled Teens Investing. No teenager is looking at this. Or 1% of 1%. That's not what they're buying or looking at or interested in.
And sheets of cards that I've never seen before, literally. And, you know, cards collectors are looking for the rare, unusual stuff. So when you get into all these top sets from the 50s with the rookie mantles and cards back from 1948, I've never even seen a 48 top set. It's very rare.
Yeah.
And it's a very small set. I actually pulled that just to show people, like these small cards with Babe Ruth and Rizzuto, and just amazing.
Wow.
And this is just one part of the set. They come in a couple of different sports.
Okay.
But what's amazing about this set is this guy was collecting since he's
What's
5
this guy
years
talking
old.
about? This guy's on this guy's on Fox Business, and this is what you're gonna do? This is how we're representing the hobby? No one has a clue. People are clueless. This is, you have your minute on freaking Fox Business, and this is what we're doing. This guy on the left is giving such the courtesy smile. God, this has got to end. This is not an 8-10 minute segment. It went 3-4 minutes for a reason. So far, this guy's been garbage. And what does that have to do with teens collecting, investing, gambling, and cards?
So he's now 63.
Okay,
So
but the question is,
hey, I wasn't wrong immediately, but the question, I read it absolutely. He doesn't care about this. None of this is the story he needs or wants. This guy's clueless.
ridiculous.
what are you going to do with it? I mean, are you going to sell anything? Is this an investment? You want to
Yes.
make a profit out of it? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, we're going to sell it on the marketplace. We
Of
have
course,
over 1 million
duh.
trading cards on our marketplace now. So this is going to add a pretty good amount of cards to it.
How many? Sorry, I was yelling. Ziggy.
Cards on our marketplace now.
How many?
We're going to sell it on the marketplace. We have over 1 million trading cards on our marketplace.
He's a big dog.
Now, so this is going to add a pretty good amount of cards to it. You know, the cards, we're in a proprietary relationship with eBay. So you'll see the cards on eBay and our site mirrored. And some of the cards, there's hundreds of rookie cards, we're just waiting to get back to be graded. And I imagine a lot of these cards will be launched over the next few weeks.
Okay.
Really excited because you rarely see a Babe.
Well done. Oh, he's about to say the Babe Ruth. Hey, it's not even the gambling or opening or gambling on who's gambling to be big. Little kids are flipping coins, double or nothing. It shows. The flipping the coins, but also it is gambling, ripping to get the guy now, the card now, but it's also a huge gamble on who's going to ever hold value. Scotty B said it very honestly. It's like 3 guys a generation. And sometimes it's less than that. You think about 2000 to 2020, you do mention names like Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and these guys aren't that level. Maybe in history they will be looked at, but right now they're not Ohtani and Judge. There's very few. And then there's Trout. And Trout would be the biggest name from 2020 or 2000 to 2017. Or maybe that's not fair because there's Pujols and Ichiro who came in there. But from 2010 to 2020, it was Trout. So there's just not that many big names. It is a huge gamble, but nobody cares because it's all about, he's not keeping this. He doesn't want this. It's not even investing. It's flipping. He bought it to sell it. Or did he? I misunderstood. Maybe he's had this collection a long time.
Ruth card,
Sure.
some of these mantle cards that you're showing. It just if you're a card collector, this is a collection you're gonna love.
How
It's
come
amazing. So yes, all of it's for sale. All of it.
Okay. How?
I would, how much long? We got a minute and a half. I'll let it play the whole way. Ryan, I would disagree a little. There's a over 100-year chart. There's over 200, there's many years on what real estate is done. And right now it's in a weird place, but it's definitely not a gamble. You can look at the chart and it's factual that property has gone up tremendously over the decades. And it's not 2 decades. It's not 3 decades. It's gone up every decade or about for hundreds of years, or at least 100 years while we have it here in America to look at numbers that I've seen. So to compare that as a gamble to what's happening in sports cards is ludicrous. It's ignorant talk. If you're flipping houses, that's a different, you said you've flipped houses. Okay. That could be a gamble. You're flipping a house. But real estate, if you've held on to it for generations, it's done nothing but make you very wealthy. You can look at the Joe DiMaggio from 1951. You could look at certain cards that have very limited card print. They don't have a lot of cards. You can look at those and look, yes, they have decades of growth. But this new system, this new wave, I want to see it. I want, because it's all the now. It's all been real recent. This huge push, real recent. I want to see how it plays out. I'm going to go finish this video, but I think it's a little, yes, flipping houses is different than how real estate's performed over 100 years.
How come this business is booming? Because I can see that it is. How come?
Well, it's not only the trading cards, but the collectibles too. What's been interesting is that the younger audience have stepped in, and they normally tend to not like what us older people have liked. But in this case, there's been an exception. There's an excitement, there's a gambling aspect to it, so they feel like they could really spend a couple $100 and win a $5,000 card. They're seeing cards go up in front of their eyes and they're making money. You're seeing a lot of teenagers in the game. This all kind of got going on, during the COVID.
You're seeing a lot of teenagers in the game. Yep. Because the adults are smart enough. The teenagers' brains are growing. They're very influenced. They're easily influenced. A lot easier than an adult. So what he's saying is true. And how will it work out for them? I don't know. Will they all make $1 million businesses off it? I think that those businesses and cards are already established. It's very hard at this moment. You have to have the capital at this moment.
And people were bored. They had some money. Now it's turning out to be a pretty good investment. I'm not sure Mr. Wonderful who spent $12 million on a card. That was a great investment. He's still going to have to explain why that's a good investment. I'm still not buying that. But there's still a lot of really cool cards out there.
Brandon,
really amazing.
I've got 30 seconds.
He's got 30 seconds. Ryan, you kind of nailed some of it. I'm not going to say all of them are a little. There's definitely some dirty money in cards. And I think that's been the case for a long, long time. That's nothing new. But now there's YouTube. Now there's daily news. Now there's people that are making content. And so it's a little easier to push out there. But that's something that's, blowout forms. That's something that's been talked about a long time. And yeah, you're not wrong. Should we throw Shine's name in that? It sure seems like it sure seems a little fishy there.
Left. Tell me, what is your favorite card out of all that 4 million? What's your favorite?
Well, all the Mickey Mantles are my favorite. It's my guy. And there's a Babe Ruth card, a Gaudi card, which is a gorgeous card. These cards really pop. Even if you're not a card collector, these old cards have almost an artistic feel to it. And
I agree with that, but, the teenagers don't. The teenagers definitely don't care. We've been going 55 minutes. I think this is a good place to, let's keep them coming back. Let's go Tuesday at 5 o'clock, Wednesday at 5 o'clock. I'll continue doing Friday at 5 o'clock. Tonight's show was jam-packed. Sports Card Radio, The Guy Steals My Story, Arena Club. I thought there was it's a shorter show, but I sure thought there was a lot of some big pieces in this episode. Or this live or whatever you want to call this thing. I'll look at comments. If there's anything that gets me on a tangent or something, we'll keep going. If not, I just don't. Maybe we'll scroll Instagram for a minute. Ooh, nice. I like this. Shine and Company just bought another big card, $10 million Jordan, LeBron 101. It's always going to be Shine, bro. It's always going to be Shine. I do want to. We haven't scrolled Instagram in a while. Sometimes that's a good learning experience. I see things. I hear things. We'll do that for about. Oh, there it is. There it is. Speak. Hey, and look who's covering the big sale to influence all those teenagers. Buy. And of course it's Shine. Disgusting. Of course it's Shine. It's probably Kevin O'Leary. Does it say just purchase Kevin O'Leary and Shine? Oh my goodness. Another big story. Ridiculous. Shilling. Trying to make their cards worth more than they are. This is not a $10 million card. In what world? Why is this $10 million? We'll see. Hey, you're saying, is it a good investment? We'll find out. Time will tell. And maybe I'm way wrong. Maybe enough big corporate money's been pushed in that, it's pushed this thing way high. But I'm going to argue that once crypto sees a little downfall, once the stock market sees a couple bad months, hey, this card ain't worth 10 mil. This card ain't worth 10 mil when that happens. It's not even worth 10 mil now. Unreal. Money laundering? Maybe. What do you win? A Guinness World Record. The highest price paid video game license? What is this? The sale of the oh Jesus. Oh my God. This is what these guys do. Jeff, $10 million card sale. It's lovely. It's great. It's beautiful. It's real. Authentic. No, don't challenge it at all. The sale of this legendary Cheetos art officially set a world record, Guinness record, and made history. Make sure to check out all the collectibles available at golden.com in our far pop culture fall historical memorabilia and October Legends auctions. Bravo. Yes, bravo, Ken. You're a real good guy. Real good guy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Well, look at this, prima donna! And not only are you a hot dog, a grandstander, a showboat, and a prima donna, but you're a liar, too.
But you're a liar, too. God, I miss Macho Man. 2BC, we went to Instagram, we saw 2-3 scrolls. 10 million, which someone just told us in the comments. Who was that? Retail Ripper, Sports Card Emporium. And then we see good old Ken Golden's shiny face with the Cheetos art. Well done. Is that a good investment? Is that going to be worth them $10 million in 20 years? What did it sell for? It doesn't show what it sold for. Where's that? I wanted to show you the comments here. I mean, these are non-card people. The guy turning page is going to damage them. This will turn children into gamblers. It's not a hobby any longer. People are gambling, but one might also avoid the pitfalls of over-speculating due to greed. The boomers have expensive cards in the million. Hey, that's true. The boomers got the big money. They got the big cards in money, and they're trying to push it. 100% card market collapse at some point in the next decade. Boomer and their boomer hobbies. Cards are booming, turning teens into investors, yet all we can see is a boomer. I mean, they're not turning them into investors. They're turning them into gambling. He did touch on that. We were on Instagram. What else are we going to do here? Anything crazy? This guy told me he had small 3D printing business or no. Man, baseball cards. All right, okay, here we go. These next few reels will show what I'm pulled, mostly raw, sitting in a third time, blah, blah, blah. I like Refray. This guy reached out to me. I like chatting with him. Actually, a Vegas local. He normally does refractors. Normally, I'd hate on this content. Yeah, he's quick to the point. I actually like this dude. He's been a nice guy. All right, gentlemen, an hour. We're around an hour. Rugs, that extra 10 minutes just made me $7 to go buy a drink, maybe some In-N-Out. Rugs, thank you for being so kind about that, by the way. You've been regularly giving me your number a lot is $13.99. Today we got $6.99. I appreciate that a lot. Bargain Boxer's got some great takes. Me and him think a lot alike. What Gen Alphas want to be when they grow up? YouTuber, where's that card? Where's the, they want to, 14% teacher. Hey now, 14% musician, entrepreneur. I'm surprised no one on here wants to be a breaker. If this was a card, someone posting this in the card world, breaking would, they'd make sure it's way up at the top. They want you to think it's at the top, but look at that. They don't want to be a breaker. That's good. That's good. We'll end on this. Ain't that the truth? The Raiders are on. It's not going to be good. We have the Titans on Sunday. We're 4-point favorites at home. We should beat the Titans. We're good enough to beat the Titans. Geno Smith leads the league in picks. Chip Kelly needs to get the hell out of the NFL. He's our offensive coordinator. Pete Carroll, 70-something. I actually like Pete Carroll and his energy. But no, he can't coach the Raiders right now. It's a hot mess. It really sucks. And we'll end there. Guys, thanks for joining. 70, 80 people in here all night. Uncle Darnell, no more of that. We went over Arena Club, Sports Car Radio, the guy that stole my story. Go back, rewatch if you join late. Guys, I'll see you Tuesday. I'm going to work on that second video. I have Dan the Cardman interview ready to go. Got to put the finishing touch, beginning, end edit, NWO. Dan the Cardman, he was a great interview. I'm going to make the second part of the 5-part series I started in 2020. Right now, tonight, tomorrow, I'll put together 2021. That video takes a lot. That's one of the hardest videos I've ever made. But yes, I love them. 2021's coming out. Like, subscribe, hit the button so you don't miss a live. Thanks for being here, guys. Later, nerds. As the Bargain Boxer says, yes, we are Raiders. Bye, guys. Orlando, get your rest. We're thinking about you. We love you, man. And yeah, I'm thinking about you. Have a good night, guys.